Welcome back to the Electrician's Tool Channel. Today we're going to revisit a video that I've done a while back talking about my LCR meter, my GW INSTEK LCR meter, model number L915. And now I know this video may not be for the die-hard electricians, but even though I consider myself a die-hard electrician, but I know there's a time in my life when I had to come across dealing with electronics. And those of you who've been doing electrical for a long time, you know that there's a fine line, a very fine line between electronics and electrical. And the year is 2021. There's going to become a time where you have to deal with something other than just pulling wire, hooking up breakers, and things like that. Electrical and electronics is basically working hand in hand. You have so much automated stuff that's out there now that that you're going to come across. And with that being said, you younger guys out there who's just starting out in the trade, I suggest, in fact, I recommend that you learn how to use one of these things and start looking toward dealing with electronics as well, because you're going to run across a lot of automation that's out there, PLC boards and things like that, and you may even have to swap out some capacitors on top of a board, some kind of component. But you have to know how to test it to see if it's bad or not, bad or good. Now, like I said about the LCR meter, this is just one of the testers that you would use to test out a circuit board. I'm saying that because as I'm saying that, I'm thinking about a time where we were working on this train chiller, and the circuit board went bad. And train wanted to. I was over a hospital at the time. I was assistant director over a hospital in the engineering department. And what happened was the board had somehow went bad. It probably didn't go bad, but train know that if something goes down in a hospital, you have to spend that money to get it right back up again, because you have people in there that are just depending on, that piece of equipment. So the board itself, to replace that board, was like $16,000 a board. And knowing what I know now, the only thing I would have had to do if I took that board was check it out. Could have been a capacitor, one of those electrolytic capacitors, or some kind of surface mount component that you get replaced and tested. But Train, the hospital wanted to buying a new board from Train, and Train took the old board back as as a deposit, I want to say, on a new board. So what I'm thinking Train was going to do, just take that same old board, put it in one of their labs, and check it out, and replace that back component and sell it somewhere else. But anyway, the hospital paid that $16,000 for that new board, and everybody was happy, especially Train. And but anyway, this is a very needy tool on any electronic workbench. I give and dab in electronics at home. Would I call myself electronic engineer? No, but I do know my way around with some electronics, and I'm still learning. I don't know everything, and I'm still learning. But and I do have a little lab. This was a little lab right here when I was showing my son about something. He and I be talking before he went to the HVAC thing, talking about boards, capacitors, anything that has to do with electronics and electrical. But this has gotten small, so I mainly use this for just what I'm doing right now. Probably make a little video on it. But I have and right now I'm building a lab outside my home. I got the building, so I'm building a lab right now for myself. But it's going to be a nice one if I would get around to it again. But it's going to be nice. Anyway, this meter is very important on any electronics bench because if you're into repairing circuit boards and doing other kind of electronics and building circuits and what have you, troubleshooting, you're going to need one of these and some more electronic test instruments. So the reason why I'm showing this one again today is because I bought some extra accessories for it. When I first purchased this meter cost about over $300, almost $400. I know that, but I had it a few years now. And Amazon made a mistake with it. They had it listed for like $100, brand new, and I saw it. And let me tell you the quick story. I hurriedly clicked on it and I purchased it quickly. And don't you know, when I got it, they tried to call me and actually did I want to swap this one out for, it was a Keysight LCR meter. Now, and I told them no, I didn't want to, they kept trying to get this meter back from me. I can remember that. They kept getting this lady on the phone I kept talking to. She kept trying to get this meter back from me, but they had to sell it to them because the sale was final. It was just, but I wound up getting it. But anyway, when I bought it, it didn't come with a case. It just came in a regular box. Came along with these little clips right here. These little test leads, Pro alligator clips, and this shorting bar. And that was about it. But the reason why I'm showing it to you today is because I just recently bought the accessory pack for this meter. And what comes in the accessory pack with this meter? You get a few things. Let me look for some of the things. You go, let me grab this too. You get a few things that comes with it, and I think that I needed it to come with this meter. And I'll show you what it does for y'all, those of you who don't know what an LCR meter is. Some of you electricians who don't know what an LCR meter is, but an accessory pack comes with, you get these SMD tweezers right here. You get this USB cable if you want to download something onto your computer. You get the software. You get these alligator clips right here. There's 4 of them that's onto here. There's 4 with this bar right here. Now I had bought this a while back, but this right here, this was the same as this with these 4 wires. What I did was I cut them off and I bought these INSTEK clips right here. So and I just put those on there. So and you also get this AC adapter for the power it on. Now, these batteries are rechargeable batteries. That's all I use in all of my equipment, all of my test instruments. I use rechargeable batteries. And when I'm not using the meter at all, I always take them out. Now, the reason why I use rechargeable batteries, because in the long run, they save me money. And if I just happen to leave them in there, they won't explode. At least they haven't exploded on me yet. They just drain out. But most of them last a long time. But I buy them because of that. And I catch these Railvac. I know all of them that say that they're good, Duracell, and all those batteries say that they're good. But I found these Railvac online for, I think it was $10 at Amazon, and I bought several of them. I bought those, and I have a lot. Like, I have a whole drawer. I don't know if you can see this drawer right here of all of my batteries right here. And I have some more in here. That's the rechargeables. And I had some more. Oh, okay, here's another pack right here. But here's another pack right here. But in all of my test instruments, I keep rechargeable batteries just to save myself some money. So anyway, you know, again, for you guys who, even for some of you old heads who, you know, that's doing electrical, and you know, you love to tinker around with circuitry and repair circuit boards, or you want to get into it, you need yourself a good LCR meter. They have some real cheap ones on the market. You know, I wouldn't really go with those, you know. But if you know but me, I got this on a deal, a real good deal, and I think I would have bought it anyway if I wouldn't have got it for that price. Because when I buy my test tubes, I always want to buy something that's reliable, when I'm using it, because I don't want to have to second guess any test that I'm doing. So that's why I do that. But I just want to show you guys how it works for those of you who, you know, never saw how these things work. And okay, now this is the AC adapter. You can plug it right in the back here. This case comes off right here. It takes 4 AA batteries. Let's see. So let me just plug this in here. I apologize for all the talking. I just wanted to make, and guess what? I still may have left some things out that I forgot to say about this meter. So if you have any questions, you know, just let me know, and I'll try to answer. Leave it in the comment, and I'll answer you. But I'm gonna show you how this thing works. Okay, it's plugged in. Turn it on. You guys can see it. Turn it on. So I'm gonna calibrate it. First of all, this is how you calibrate it. All right, calibrate it. You're gonna calibrate it. It's gonna go through like a self-test, and it's gonna calibrate itself for 30 seconds. And while it's doing that, I want to show y'all. It also tests inline components as well. Remember, the L stands for inductance, the C stands for capacitance, and the R stands for resistance. And the D is for, what is it, phase angle, something like that. Remember, I'm just learning this a little bit. But anyway, no, and this also have ESR measurements also. So it just did the open calibration. Now let's do the shorting with the shorting bar. That's going to do 30 seconds as well. You want to do that when you testing. Some people don't, but I do it. You know, if the instructions tell you to do it, do it. If you want to your measurements to come out right. So what I'm going to do, like this comes out of let me get it for you. A ballast for one of those circle-line lamps. It's like a fluorescent lamp that goes entrance light, and this goes in here. This had a cover on. I just took it off because I wanted to look at the inside of it, look at this board, and but anyway, just look at the components. Now, I don't know if it's bad or good. I just happened to find this around. So, but we're gonna test. I'm gonna just show you when it passed. Okay. So we're gonna test this electrolytic capacitor right here. Sorry about the noise in the background too. It's my daughter. She's in the garage. I mean, out there in the next room with the treadmill. All right. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is, you can use this to test inline components as well. This electrolytic capacitor right here, this one, what I have my hand on, this one right here, I can test that without taking it off. So right now it says it's 33 microfarads at 250 volts and 33 microfarads. So I'm gonna test it and just see if it's good or bad, because I don't know if this, you know, this balance was good or bad. I just found it. So I'm gonna test that and just show you some of the things that it could test. It'll be right here, and it's just set on auto. So it's gonna determine which type of device that it's testing. They're gonna check to see if it's if it's inductance or resistance or capacitance, and then it'll give you the measurement. So this is what I'm gonna do. That's the capacitor. Remember, it's 33 microfarads. .8, so that'll be 33. So we know the capacitor is good. That's just, and testing it in line just saves me a whole lot of time, because if not, I would have to desolder this, take it out, test it, and if, now that I see that it's good, put it back in and resolder it. Now, like this coil right here, this should be going inductance. I'm gonna see, I'm gonna test this too. And remember, the L is for inductance. So we'll see right here. 2.0. 2.0. Okay, so, and just to show you that this thing is, we'll see how accurate it is for us testing the capacitor. And I'm going to take it out for a minute, move it to the side. I have a capacitance tester over here by BK Precision. That I'm going to test that capacitor as well. And we'll see. But first, let me short it out. If you don't have one of these shorting bars right here, you're going to always do it like this. Put that in there. Squeeze them together to like null the leads, basically. And it should come back oil. Okay, so it's zeroed out. So we're gonna test it. Oh shoot. And this is not for that, so. I don't know why it's not holding that thing right. I had it in earlier. I had this thing for a number of years, y'all. Okay. I wasn't doing it earlier. Hold on a minute. I'm going to have to take it apart and kind of squeeze those and calibrate it again. I'm doing this just to verify if that GW INSTEK was accurate for us testing this capacitor. It said 32.8, so I'm gonna test the capacitor in line again with this one. It's coming out again, y'all. And I was, let me see. I'm gonna have to open it up and kind of to brace those things together. I mean, kind of squeeze them together some. That happens. This thing's kind of old anyway, though, but here we are, y'all. Let me. .5 capacitance. So that is accurate. It's good. And this is a dedicated capacitance sorting meter. Now, keep in mind, nothing may not even be wrong with these right here as far as loose or anything, because this one is made for the GW INSTEK. They do have the ones for this meter, but I'm gonna just take it apart and kind of squeeze them together anyway. They look like they already squeezed together enough, but well, I guess when I want to use these, use this meter right here as a reference, a backup reference, I'll just use the tweezers right here. I have some tweezers for this too. And let me see if I can find them right quick. I can show you what I'm talking about. find them. But anyway, y'all know what I'm talking about. They're black, and you plug them in. But I do have some. In fact, I have 2 pair around. I don't see them. And I don't see them anywhere. But anyway, I can use those. But this thing is pretty nice, and it's accurate. And I had it for a long time, and it works well. And I have an adapter that I bought, so I don't have to worry about putting batteries in this. I just keep this on a bench. Now, back to this LCR meter, and again, I won't hold you guys long. I just want to tell you guys, if you don't have, those of you who are planning on making the electrical, going forward with the electrical thing, career, you may want to check into learning some electronics, and getting yourself some electronic test gear, test instruments and gear, so you can tinker around with on your spare time and sharpen your game. So I don't want to hold you guys long. I just want to bring that out and let you guys see my LCR meter and see the accessories that I just recently purchased. And I bought this from T Equipment. It wasn't cheap, so I paid but I think like $90 for it, I believe, and it's worth it. Because the reason why I bought it, because I'm planning on I'm gonna make money with these. That's why I bought it. You gotta spend money to make money, so that's why I bought it, and I'm planning on making money with these. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. All the stuff that come around, and I want to tell you how also right quickly. Everything you buy for as appliances, they have boards on them, circuit boards in it. And if you can, a lot of people don't want to go and buy those boards for $300, $400, $500. You know, like if it may be a refrigerator, it could be a stove, it could be, and you can fix it. You can fix it. So, sharpen your skills, you know, and put your game face on and get you some test gear, instruments, and do what you have to do. Don't want to hold you guys any longer, man. I want to thank you guys for letting me take up your time as always. I want to show you one more thing too over here that I just recently purchased. My little tube stand. How y'all like that? I bought it from Banggood. So I think you paid like $15 for it. Look, I'm gonna leave it in the link at the bottom of the page. Tube stand from Banggood. I think that's the name, but go on Banggood, BANGGOOD, and put in the search bar tool stand, and this should pop up. But this is really nice, man, and I still have enough room for other little knickknacks that I want to put them in here. So that's my little stand. That's gonna be going. I'm gonna get me another one, and that's gonna be going in my lab whenever I get around to finishing it up. So thank you guys again. I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a comment, hit that subscribe button. You guys take care, and peace out.